Okay, now we're going to be given actual numbers for the delta y. So they're going to give you the numbers for the x, and they're going to give you numbers for the dx or the delta x, and then you plug those numbers in. So you're going to find the dy. So dy is, if the original function is 2 over x, then the dy is negative 2 over x squared dx. And then you plug the dx value in, which will be 2, and you plug the x value in, which will be 2. So it looks just like this, and then you simplify. Well, this just becomes negative 2 times 2, which is 4. So negative 4, and 2 squared is 4. So dy is equal to negative 1. And now you're going to find the delta y. And remember, the delta y is the original function over x plus delta x, subtract the original function, 2 over x, and then remember these denominators need to be the same, so you're going to multiply that top and bottom by the x plus delta x, and this one top and bottom by the x. And when you do that, x times 2 is 2x, and then subtract this whole thing. So 2 times x is 2x, 2 times delta x is 2 delta x, and then we just multiply the denominators together because now they're the same. And then simplify. 2x subtract 2x leaves negative 2 delta x. So delta y is equal to negative 2 delta x over x squared plus x delta x. And now you're going to substitute the delta x and the x values in. So that's what I'll do down here. So where the delta x is, I'm going to put a 2, and where the x is, I'm going to put a 2. Because that's what it tells us right here. I'm not randomly doing that. It tells us what the x and delta x are. And then I simplify, and we get negative 4 over 8. So delta y is equal to negative 1/2. All right, now we're going to try one with a square root function. So a negative root x, and when you take the derivative of that, remember it'll be negative 1/2 in the denominator times the square root of x dx. And then where the dx is, you plug in the dx value. Where the x is, you plug in the x value. So then we have dy is equal to negative 1 over 2 times square root of 7 times negative 3. So when you multiply that, negative times negative is positive, so you have 3 over 2/7. And in the ideal world, would you go ahead and simplify that? You would. You would say, but I think that most professors allow you to leave it like that, when ideally what we've learned is you shouldn't be able to do that. Root 7 times root 7 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14. So this would be the simplified value, but I believe we're allowed to leave it like that, even though that seems silly. All right, so now we're going to find the delta y. Everywhere there's an x, you put plus delta x, so it's negative square root x plus delta x, subtract the original, which is negative square root of x, and then you substitute the numbers. Where the x's are, you put a 7. Where the delta x is, you put a negative 3. So we're going to do that here. Well, notice 7 plus negative 3 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So the delta y is equal to negative 2 plus root 7. Okay, now we're going to, we have a binomial function. So first thing we're going to do is take the derivative when we find the dy, and then we multiply both sides by the dx. And then notice we're just going to substitute the x and the delta x, because the delta x and dx, they tell us have the equivalent value. And then you simplify and you get negative 4. So we're done with the dy value, because now what we're doing is we're looking for a numerical value for dy and delta y. And let me refresh your brains on the delta y formula. the general, it's f of x plus delta x, and then you subtract the original function. So let's put that in. It is negative x squared plus 3, so negative in parentheses x plus delta x squared plus 3, and then we subtract the original negative x squared plus 3. So you have to expand this binomial, and it'll be 1, 2, 1, remember. So negative on the outside, and then 1 x squared plus 2 times x times delta x plus 1 times delta x squared, the 1 can be invisible. And then this negative sign distributes. So subtract a negative means, plus 3. Oh, I'm glad I had remembered that. And then plus x squared, subtract 3. And then we give this negative sign to each of those. And then you just look at this and cancel what can be canceled. So this, and by the way, it's always this stuff that's getting canceled. So it's negative 3 cancels with positive 3. It's positive x squared cancels with negative x squared. And then you've got negative 2x delta x, subtract the delta x squared. So where the delta, where you're going to plug in the x value, and you're going to plug in the delta x value that they provide up there. So negative 2x delta x, subtract, okay, I simplified that. No, I left it blank. All right, so x value is negative 2, the delta value is negative 1. So let's do this up here. Negative 2 times negative 1 is 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Subtract, negative 1 squared is 1. So delta y is equal to negative 5, unless I made an error. So this is negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Subtract, negative 1 squared is 1, but subtract 1. There we go. All right, and that's going to be it for this one, and then we're going to start linear approximation.